My name's Colin Pyle. I am the founder, one of the founders of Cru Kafe, a global coffee company. I've run startups my whole life, and it's always been important to me to get the people that work side by side with you to have sweat in the game. And so when I was younger in my 20s, I made a good chunk of cash because I got options in a company that we ended up selling. And so right from the start is something I wanted to do for us. So over the last 3-4 years, Cru's been around for just over 5 years. Over the last probably 3 years, we've had each new employee come on. After 1 year, they then get access to the employment options package that we do. It's been the first round, we did it at a valuation that was, again, probably just lack of knowledge. We priced it at the round we just did, which really doesn't make sense. I think in order to incentivize the employees at the right level, you need to get them a very low strike price unless the company is really killing it, profitable and all that sort of stuff. So once we redid the strike price essentially to a penny, that you really see it with our employees. And I'm doing a round now, and I'm going to open up a whole new options pool for the team that's going to take this forward again. Gifted them, yeah. So they have the option to exercise them at a penny a share. So very cheap, right? So our this round might be at £2, £3. So instantly they're making a good chunk of cash. I think even a lot of like friends of mine that run tech companies in the Valley, it's slightly different with what they do. So I'm very much, if you work for me and you put in sweat, you deserve your options regardless if you leave. So we have people that have left that then have to exercise. So they have a year with the scheme to exercise in order for it to still be, I think, the tax incentive for them. So once they exercise, then the options agreement is void, and now they're just shareholders. Too small, to be honest. I think that at some point we're more likely to get bought, and then just everyone would sell. There might be, in a couple years' time, where one of our very wealthy shareholders might say, okay, I'd like to increase my ownership of Cru and look to buy, 15% of the company from various different shareholders. And of course, if an employee who's left, who's exercised their options, they have the right to sell those shares to that person, but not for an existing employee. I think that's not the incentive I'd like to give. I'd rather them be there for the ride. Absolutely. I think every single person in this office, after 1 year of working for us, will own shares. And you pull together, it's a different way of incentivizing. I think in new generation of kids coming up, they care more about owning a piece of something they believe in, right? In terms of incentivizing the new generations coming through the workforce, it's not about just salad, sort of healthy lunches and maybe gym memberships and some travel and flexible work hours and holidays. And I think the options piece of having them feel like they are owning and a part of something that they're growing is absolutely key to keep people around for the long term, and to make sure that they work really hard. HMRC for evaluation is a huge waste of time and money. It just takes, it takes months for them to get back to you to agree evaluation. It cost me a couple £1,000s. I get how you could game the system, but perhaps there's a retroactively looking at it if you think people have gamed the system, or having a faster way to process it, or just say if a company isn't generating profits, then they can issue options at a penny. Right? And if they are generating huge profits, then okay, fine, then that's maybe a different scenario. So I just think the speed, startups work so fast, right? To wait 3 months, it cost me a couple grand to get approval for evaluation for options is too long.